Hey everybody, welcome back to the workshop. I've got my buddy Ethan with me again today. He has just gotten back from a trip. Ethan, are you going to do the honors and show us this amazing knife?
Yeah.
So Ethan was down with Gil Hibben, who's a famous knife maker, and he was doing one of the last Gil Hibben workshops. And so Ethan was down there for a week and made this amazing knife. I'm going to show you guys because this is crazy. Like, hope you guys can see that well. I'll do some close-ups of it, but amazing work. Made a sheath very similar to the one that we did the video on prior. Oh, I stabbed it into that. It's so sharp.
Yeah.
So if you guys haven't checked out how to build a sheath, Ethan and I did a video on that. I'll put the link right up here. But today we're going to be building a Sporran. Now Ethan brought in this little tiny antique Sporran, which is very, very cute, but it's for a little boy. And we're going to be building a bigger Sporran for him. So I brought in my pattern. Now the patterns are available on my Etsy store if you guys want to build your own Sporran. And we're going to do this out of two types of leather today. So it's a pretty simple pattern. The first one we're going to use, this is a 2 to 3 ounce kip leather. It's already dyed black. And then we're going to use this 5-6 ounce black cow leather for the front and back panel. Pretty simple. So I'm going to get Ethan to work here and he's going to cut out the pattern for us. Ethan's just cutting out the final shape. Two pieces cut out. So we're going to cut those out of the 5-6 ounce leather. So you want to utilize the leather as much as possible because it's expensive. I don't know, Richard, would you and Ethan make a good team? I guess we'll take that as a no. And that's about how much leather you need for this Sporran. Just under 2 square feet for the front and back panel. Ethan's using the weight on the straight edge to make sure he gets a nice even cut here. Now that's your finished edge, so make it look really pretty. No belt sanding on this leather.
Is it just because it's so thin?
Well, it's just this type of leather. It's not vegetan, no. This is like an oilskin leather. While Ethan's getting that cut out, I'm going to talk to you guys about blades for a second. Now, you can buy 2 different types of blades. Now, these black blades are way sharper straight out of the box. So you'll notice in all my videos, I only use these black blades. And it doesn't stop there. I actually strop them as well. Even though the black blades come sharp, you can see that the tip of this blade is even shinier than the body of it. If you guys aren't using a strop, you probably should take a piece of scrap leather and make yourself one. It just needs a little bit of jewelry rouge and a piece of wood with a piece of leather, suede side up, glued on it, and that's it. A bit of pressure. You don't want it has to be flat like that obviously, but you're just drawing it away from yourself like that, and the angle is consistent. That's the important part.
Oh, so you don't do both sides.
And then I turn it and I come back the other way. Couple of hairs on that edge, so Ethan's just running the knife to try to clean that up a little bit because that's going to be the finished edge of the front flap of its Sporran. I think it's looking pretty good. I mean, it is what it is, right? And this oilskin will wear a little bit. Now, the other option that we could do is you could, if you wanted, take a scrap piece and we'll run a little edge bevel on it and see if that's going to work a little bit better.
That's it.
Number 2, edge beveler, and just try to see what the edge looks like if you edge bevel. And then we're going to try to burnish it up on the burnisher and see if we can make it a little prettier.
So when I was making a couple of knife sheaths at home, I don't have a burnisher or beeswax. So what I did was I just got some candle wax.
Yeah.
I put it on and I melted it with a
with a torch?
No, just with a candle lighter.
Yeah.
And I just went up against a desk in my dad's office. Sorry, Dad. And I started going like that to rub it in, and it worked.
That's great. That's all you need, is just rub the edge with a bit of lubricant.
My dad won't be happy. He'll probably be like, that's what that is on my desk.
There's a piece of beeswax for you.
Ooh, when the wind blows high and the wind blows low through the streets and I kept all that I say, I've got no pleasure.
Yeah, as long as you're happy, then let's just go for it on the real one. Really, the only edges that are going to be seen are from this bottom edge here and this top edge.
Are they aware that there's been a reported account
of a Wolverine that strangled a polar bear to death.
The Wolverine again. Always with the Wolverines. I don't understand.
I really liked your Venetian mask video as well.
Venetian mask video was pretty fun.
Pretty sure I liked it. I'm pretty sure I like all your videos when you post them.
Pretty sure.
Even if I don't watch them.
Liked it.
I like them.
Pretty sure.
No, like I liked it like on
Can't remember if I really
click
liked
the
it.
like button or not.
Pretty sure I liked it.
Sometimes I'll just be at work in the morning and I'll be in the bathroom before I start working and I'll just be on the toilet and I'll watch the really live videos.
Perfect.
Very soothing.
It's nice. That's good bathroom fodder.
It's like coffee. Levi's videos are like coffee. Helps you shit. Is that what you just said? I think that's what you just said.
Bevel the whole thing on this piece, and then just bevel the top edge on this one here.
Alright.
To cut a 2-inch wide strip, I use a 2-inch wide ruler. I have lots of rulers that are different widths. You can just measure out 2 inches wide. And then I'm using a rotary tool because this is quite thin leather. So that's it. Little strip. This one is 21 inches long, but that should be enough to go around. And basically what we're gonna do is this front edge is gonna get folded over and stitched down. What you're gonna do is you're gonna push the reverse and you're gonna stitch backwards up until the end. And then you're gonna let off the thing and you're gonna stitch forward and you're gonna stitch all the way around and then you're gonna stitch backwards again. So it's a back stitch that you start with. So push this lever down, get your knee off of the thing, and now hold it down and push the pedal back and you're gonna stitch just slowly until you get to the end and then just let your foot off the pedal. Yeah, you can go down one more time, right there. Now stop. Okay, let your foot off the pedal. Now drive forward. Again, super slow, as slow as you can. Okay, so you're gonna pull that off and then you're gonna have to hold that leather kind of so that it's not moving everywhere. So I would suggest holding it with your left hand. Yeah, and you push it down. So if the leather was thicker, it would even be harder. That's why we're doing this like 2 to 3 ounce. So just like 3 stitches back and let your fingers off the reverse switch and then just do a couple stitches forward again and then to complete it. And then just trim it off flush. Beautiful. And then the other side, same thing. Look at that, your very first sewing.
Yay!
Oh yeah, trim those.
So you don't have to tie it in the knot?
No, because you've back stitched over it. Yeah, and then you're just gonna flip it inside out. And we're gonna take it over the anvil and hammer it a little.
Ah, look at that.
That's the front of the Sporran done.
Hey Richard, I did it. And then once this is all done, I could take it home and I could tool it, right? If I put something.
We didn't make it out of tooling leather.
Oh.
Those are things you have to bring up at the beginning of the project. Not when we've got it stitched together. Yes, yes we are.
So that's a really important thing to learn. Always bring it up for your project. Otherwise, you look stupid like I just did. And you look ignorant like I just did. Know your leather, kids.
You don't look stupid. We use the wrong leather.
Well, now I look stupid because I said I looked stupid.
Yeah, you're just gonna flatten that out. No, flat side, flat side. And this is like super light.
Am I hammering it or am I just drawing it across?
You're literally just gonna take this and you're just gonna hammer this edge just a little bit flat. Just like that. The other thing we should put on here, you should get a firm center mark on there as well so that you know when you're halfway that you're not making like a twisted Sporran. And I would just fold this pattern in half and then you get your center on it. And you really want to try to keep this edge even because this might, if you do a good job on this might be your finished edge, which would be the easiest way to make this Sporran. And if you're hand stitching, it would be easy to do it and make it look good, but we've got the sewing machine, so we're going to use it. You're cutting right across, as straight across as you can. Beautiful. And then stitch up, and then you're gonna back stitch, and then you're gonna forward stitch a couple. You're like a professional. And then forward a couple stitches. So while Ethan's finishing up that sewing, I'm just gonna cut a 2-inch strip off of here. This is that thicker leather, that 5/6 ounce, and this is gonna become the belt for around the waist. So it only has to go halfway around, and we're gonna put a buckle. So it doesn't have to be full length. Both ways, you're gonna need 2 holes on either side. What I did was I marked the center hole that's kind of optimal for you. And then you've got a 3/4 inch adjustment on each side twice. So you've got a total of an 1.5 inch extra.
Hold it up to the camera so.
You can have one.
But they sell that shit?
I hate loggers, man. Loggers are so bad.
They're boring. Woohoo! Look at that. Looking like a Sporran. Try it on. Let's get a distance.
You know that scene where he's doing the whole stitching thing in the Santa Claus suit, and then he
And that's what you were thinking about. The Grinch is so
yeah, he's sewing, and then he sews his fingers to the machine. He goes.
You can see why you were thinking that. Well, that looks pretty good. Now you could even add a tooled leather pattern on the top. Like, the pattern has this. You can take this with you.
Alright.
And if you want to make a vegetarian piece that you can stitch on, or if you want to stitch on an additional piece on the front. Cell phone in. Looks pretty great.
It's in the wallet.
Alright, good to see you again.
You want me to help?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah.
I don't want to, but I'm not
running away.
I don't want to. I figured I would be polite and offer.
Always good offer to help clean up the shop. Okay, we're gonna clean up. We'll see you guys next time.